Hello everybody, and welcome back to Celeste. In the last episode we did the B-sides of the Golden Ridge and the Mirror Temple. In this episode I think we're probably only going to be able to do Reflections, but we'll see. Because Reflections is another step up. And I actually just remembered that I have the music turned down a bit because I didn't want it to distract me while I was playing. But of course, we want the full experience here. So this is more of like a memorization kind of stage, I think. Just from like how it is. I didn't actually think he was going to get through there. And it's going to largely, well, the first part of this is going to largely focus on these platforms that you have to hit to move and require really precise timing. And then... okay, there we go. Got through that room without as much trouble as I was expecting. And then you have the feathers here that are, you're going to be going through so many tiny corridors, it's really hard to get used to. Especially when you're only working with 8 directions, because this game does not support control pad or like control sticks. It's not like it's 360 degrees, it's only 8 directions, so that makes these super precise movements really difficult. And this stage also, like, kind of gives you whiplash with the amount of different elements that are thrown in. And of course they're all from the original stage, so it makes sense. But like, you have those platforms that you hit, you have these feathers, you have the bumpers, you have so many different things. I thought it was going to wear out. Okay, so we need to dash out of that. It's just, there's so many different things that we're going to have to get used to here, all in a row. And I am worried about my ability to show these off in a timely manner, as you can probably tell, because we're having quite a bit of trouble here. I guess I could dash to make that a little easier. There we go. Although it does feel cool when you properly do them. This one's just to give you a look at what you need to do. Bump off that bumper, bump off the one in the bottom left, bump off that, grab the feather, get out of here. So, ooh, I think we want to, like, yeah, go about it a bit more slowly. I would definitely want to do a straight up dash there. That'll make us have a little bit more accuracy. Didn't like that. Boom. Oh, didn't fit through those tiny little corridors. Like I said, that's going to be like, that's always a huge problem for me. You don't have that much time to aim them. And for the little time you do, once again, 8 directions. And I don't mean to be like complaining about this a lot, but I find this stage to be the hardest B-side, even including the core and the peak, simply because the mechanics are just really precise compared to them. The rooms like these I like. This one's a lot more of like kind of a memorization deal. Huh. Yeah, so you just have to remember how to do it. Ooh, I didn't think that was actually going to shoot me out in the right direction. That's why I didn't react. Oh, I forgot I didn't have my dash there. But like things like this, it's just a matter of trial and error. Try out the angles that the bumpers can shoot you, figure out which one works the best, and stick with that. Alright, ooh, that one's really hard to get. You have to, I want to say there's probably 16 directions each of these things can shoot you in. Just so it doesn't overwhelm you with like 360, but it's not underwhelming with 8. Though I wouldn't mind the 8-directional thing. I'm pretty sure it is like 16 directions, which means it has like north, northeast, north, northeast, you know, those 3 tiers of directional input. Alright, this is the real hard part. Oh, you have to, you really have to get the very tip of that thing. And then there's just tons of spikes all over the place. Although I do have to commend this background. The green with the orange is absolutely wonderful. I'm a huge fan. Right. This room's not as hard if I remember correctly. Just have to take your time with this one, really. And remember, your dash does get refilled every time you do the bumper. Okay, I just wanted to take my time. I didn't want to rush there. Most of these rooms don't really have like time limits. This one though, ugh. This room is the hardest room in the stage, easily. You can see we have to do that really tight loop with the feather. So that's probably the hardest part of the room as well, to be honest. We can waste no time doing this whole sequence. I might even just like be quiet to try and do a run without talking. I think we might be able to do it. We mainly just got to stick with this little boy on the bottom there. Oh, almost had it. If I had made that jump, the rest would have been easy. Like, grabbed that key. The keys are really what makes this stage, this area, the hardest. Otherwise, if it was just getting to the end, I don't know, it's just like you're in the mindset in the B-sides that you don't have to go out collecting things, and then when they have you collect the keys, it's like an extra expense of like your attention span, I guess. I don't know. And it just, I don't know. I feel like it's more of a mental thing than a physical thing. Did that diamond just appear out of nowhere? I feel like it did. Although we're moving so fast, it can be hard to tell. Yo, I didn't even grab. Didn't even grab. And of course you always have to take into account the fact that you're going to be boosting out off of these boys real quick. Also, I'm pretty sure this is like the only room that combines all the elements of this stage. The feathers, the moving blocks, and the bumpers, and the keys, and the super tight corridors. It's just so much. There we go, that should do it. I think we have this room now. And then, ugh, there. Now that we've gotten through that, the rest of this shouldn't be hard. Though do remember there was that falling section in the original stage. We got it here too, and it is not easy. Although I do enjoy doing them. This just feels super cool, to be honest. They're not too difficult. I think this is the easiest section, for sure. It's a lot more of a timing thing. I realized that I was going to get squished if I stayed there. And timing is something I can do. And it's always really satisfying to land in the water afterwards, because it's like, yes, I did it. We're done. And then, boom. Of course, there is the spikes do stick into the water, and they can be a little hard to tell their exact location, but simple enough. There we go. I don't think I've even died in this little falling section yet. This room's a little different. It's bringing back the memorization pretty much. Alright, you don't want to jump there because you'll bop yourself, and then hit. Boom. I think we just got through that whole section. Oh my goodness. You know what? I probably should have... I didn't practice the peak because I thought there was no way that I'd be able to get through the stage in a timely manner to where we'd be able to do both stages, but I think I have made a mistake in not doing it. Oh my goodness. I think we just got through that entire section. Oh no, there's a little more. Oh yeah, there's this. I think that's our first death here. Yeah, this room is definitely a bit punishing. A lot of those tiny little corridors, you'll see that a lot. Jump and don't do the dash immediately. If we could fit through these, no! Those tiny little spots at the end are so punishing. I wish they were at the beginning instead of the end. Oh, no, I shouldn't have dashed. I forgot myself. That's always the thing that would catch me off guard my original time playing through, is that I would grab this and I'd accidentally dash out of habit. Because it's not often that you have the crystals there to like just refill your dash for a later point. It's usually, oh, you're dashing straight through, you know. I guess that's just why it feels weird. I really wish they also used the crystals a bit more, because wow, is it not the most satisfying feeling of just like collecting one and just going on a dash rampage? It feels so good. Someone mentioned that apparently the devs are thinking about making a level creator, and of course it's low priority, but if they ever did, ooh, I'd love to see the rooms people make with these crystals. And of course it's like low priority compared to like bugs and skips and whatnot, because they don't, you know, if you accidentally discover a skip, that'd like ruin the rest of the game for you. You know, it's very much a game based on experiences, so that would kind of sully it, you know. Here we go. Ooh, like that room right there, that feels so good. I love the crystals so much. All right, here we go. Now we're into the Badeline section. This one can be pretty difficult as well. And platforms are going to be falling like permanently after you hit them, so that's where the difficulty of it comes. You can't really take your time with these. You want to land on that platform to get through, and simple as that. Now that pretty much sets the tone for the rest of this. Got to grab onto that. Ooh, that is such a tough jump to make, that second Badeline hit right there. Of course the lasers don't help. Oop, that has to be straight up. We're straight up ballin', my friend. Go. And then you have to make the decision, ooh, do I want to get that crystal or do I want to get the feather? The feather is what you want last, otherwise you can't make that section. And it can be hard to realize. Also, this room is difficult. Might be a little quiet just so we can focus a little bit. No! I think we would have had it if I had just gone a little farther. I actually don't remember if this is the last room or not. It's definitely the hardest of this Badeline section here. And then it just kind of feels like luck whether or not you get hit with that ball she shoots there. I done goofed. I was drawn to the Badeline. She's just such a good character. What can I say? Alright, let's see if we can outrun the ball. We outran the ball. There we go, and the rest is simple from here. Just go up, down, up. Boom. There we go. Now that's the hardest room. The rest of this should be fairly simple if I remember correctly. Though we're still not quite done yet. It's just, the feather mechanics are the hardest to get used to because they're one of the least used mechanics in the game, so, you know, by the point you're actually playing these B-sides, you probably don't have too much practice with them, where with the other stuff, like, you know, dashing, whatnot, like, you've already done that. Plenty. I like to bait out that laser right there. I got nervous, freaked out, and ruined my chance there. We were at the end of the room, and I was proud of how I got through it on like my second try, I think that was. I didn't bait out the laser, but it still ended up fine. Cool. Then we have, oh, we have this, okay. We get above, we have a couple of jumps we have to make here. Oof. Oh, I almost didn't make that dash in time. That was a good run of that room. Also, thanks for the laser. Whatever, dying puts us on a better, like, timing for the laser. Anyway, so I'm not too worried about it. Oh, I didn't think I'd get hit with that. There's a lot of times where they try to bait you out with the moving platforms. Makes you think you want to jump with momentum from it, but you actually don't. So that's something you definitely have to be careful of. Oh, it started moving too quick. Sometimes I just try to outrun the laser and I wasn't, like, in my mind planning to outrun the laser, and then I just don't make it. Oop, that's not... Okay. Oh, that doesn't make it. Okay, so you do have to get on the other side of that platform first before actually going for Badeline. Good distinction to make. Evolve your gameplay. Evolve your mindset. Alright, there we go. Whoa! Didn't expect to go past her. And yeah, it will try to not mercy kill you, but knock you out there past the fact if you just like drop the controller after you hit her. Normally it'll put you in safe situations, but sometimes it's just like, nope, you gotta do this. Oh, the one little tiny ball. What are the chances? This room isn't too hard, it's just a bit long. Okay. I just find there's like a lot of freedom with how you tackle this room. So you can kind of just go about it any way you really want. Got him. And I think that might be it. No, not quite. We still have this room. This one's quite the doozy as well. Pretty long. But in terms of difficulty, eh. Alright. Ooh, that laser almost got us. And luckily it does always shoot you into the wall, so you're not going to have any cheap deaths like that. So just remember, whenever you're like close to death but you think you can reach Badeline, do it. Or Badeline rather. Because you probably can and it'll shoot you to a safe spot. Remember to hit that first before going for the feather there. Ooh, now I always remember, whenever I was playing through this before, one tough thing to learn was that I had to go straight for that ball. I can't delay it. So like, coming out of this feather, boom, no waiting. And that puts you on a good timer for the laser so you can get through the rest of the stage. And that's one thing that I find interesting about this stage is you have to adjust your play in some spots just so it makes other spots a lot easier in comparison. And wow, that was a lucky laser. There's no way that should have hit. Also, that kind of put me off. Yeah, the laser was a bit high. And also, it looks like horizontal lasers, but if you pay attention, like you can see it's actually like curved from Badeline's position. She's just so far away that, you know, you don't notice it. Oh, that almost got me again. Yeah. Oh, I didn't make it. Oh, that was the last part of it, too. We were so close. That's fine. This room's really fun. As much as I say, like, I dislike how many things it makes you, like, use at the same time, it is pretty fun. Give it that. Oh, I got a bad angle. I need to get, like, the exact horizontal angle from that. And that should give me a good distance there. Alright. Let's go. We should get this time. Yeah, that'll do it. Oh no! There we go. Oh, that was so lucky. I can't believe I brought that back, and I believe that's it for Badeline. Now we just have this. This one's not too hard of a room as far as they could be, so it's basically you're only dealing with the blue ones until you get to the very end. Then you wanna... Huh. I missed. Wait, no. Oh my goodness. Bouncing on the... Wait. Did y'all... Whatever. That's just silly. I can't believe that can happen. I didn't know that could happen. I kind of almost want to do it again because that was just weird. But, so bouncing off of the heart actually gives you an extra dash. That's good to know, so you can't just like get stuck there without being able to hit it. That was weird though. I gotta be honest. I can't believe it actually just pushed me back out and knocked me out. That's crazy. I wonder how many people actually know that that can happen. Oh my goodness. Now I just want to put 75. That's good. Let me show you something. We're going to go back onto my main account. As you can see, I've pretty much gotten everything, but not without assist mode. I want to show you my deaths here. First try, 579. And that's compared to Mirror, which is 121. That's how big of a difficulty spike it is. And if you want to peek, 573. So it's not that much harder than the than Reflections, but it's still quite the challenge. So in the next episode, we take on the Peak B-side. I'll see you all then, and goodbye.